What is up, everybody, and thanks for coming back to check out my channel. Today, I'm going over my in-depth Modern Warfare 3 series. Today is kind of like a checking corner special. These are kind of little tips that I use, that I've found that benefit me, and things that I've picked up over my Call of Duty time that, have helped me improve my game and get my KD to where it is today. Like I said in previous videos, though, I'm not, no super beast or nothing like that, but I do tend to throw up pretty decent numbers. Alright, so with all that out of the way, one of my biggest rules is to never reload when you're going around the corner. Man, that usually ends up getting me wrecked if I don't follow that rule. That's like my #1 rule and something I try to stick to in most games. A lot of times when I go back, if I have a bad game, or I just had like a 1-0 KD or something that wasn't, outstanding, go back through my game, and a lot of the times the deaths I took were because I was going around the corner and, I just killed somebody as I was getting ready to hit the corner, and I decided to make the reload, and I end up running into another enemy. And that goes back to my first video of where I went more in depth with the spawns and how they spawn in pairs and threes. Kind of disappointed with this game, though. The fact that Scavenger doesn't replenish your tactical grenades. I could see them after the whole Modern Warfare 2 thing, not replenishing like lethal grenades, like frag grenades or Semtex, due to the whole explosive issue they had, where it replenished new tubes. But I mean, they pretty much screwed us, in my opinion. Not being able to replenish your tactical grenades, because for me that's a big thing. I love to throw stuns and flashes around corners before I hit them. There in that video I didn't, obviously, but yeah, I usually try to throw them around corners, especially if I know it's a known spawn point, like I'm coming up on a spawn point or a very heavily camped part of the map. So I tend to try to play now the outer edges of the maps. There's a lot less corners, whereas you don't have to go in buildings a lot of times if you play the outer edges of the map. So, it limits how many of my stuns that I have to waste going around corners. But since they don't replenish them, I tend to run the outsides of the map. In this game, I'm not. I'm just pretty much running gun-ho wherever. But for the most part, any gameplays I put up, you'll notice that I tend to run the outer edges of the map, and that helps me a lot. It's a lot less corners to camp in usually on the outer edges of the map, so I end up taking a lot less bullshit deaths. So I don't know, maybe that'll work for you too. It's worth giving it a shot anyways. One of my tips that I like to use, or one of the perks I use in this game, is that marksman perk. I know they pretty much made that perk, for somebody who would probably sniping, but I tend to run that marksman perk because even with the SMG, if I have my gun sights up and they're quite a ways down the map, I actually pick them up on, like get the red name over their head or orange name, whatever it is. I don't know what the hell color it is. I think since I'm getting older, I'm kind of going colorblind, but anyways, that's a pretty good useful tip. And another one that I tend to use a lot is when you're starting to sprint, when you run out of sprint, to always look behind you, before you press that R3 button down and go to make the sprint again. At least check your backside, make sure nobody's creeping up behind you. A lot of times that saves me, and it's a pretty good tip. I think it'll help you out anyways. You'll have to try it out and let me know if it works out for you. I know another one of my subscribers actually used that tip. He told me in a domination game, and he didn't take as many deaths, Another big thing I do is I try to monitor my bullets in my gun. Like if you're running the P90, like I was saying in one of my videos, you can get a quad spray out of the P90, whereas most of the other guns, they're only good for a triple spray. But if you monitor your bullets, and you get down to 3/4 of them being gone, that'd be a good time to reload. But a good habit I've been trying to get in lately is not reloading after each kill instantly, which tends to get me in trouble. That's some bad habit I picked up from quick scoping in Modern Warfare 2. I don't know if you guys have it, but those of you that might, good idea is to keep track of how many bullets you have left in your clip, and go off of that before deciding whether or not to reload. Now I say this, and a lot of times I still find myself doing it. This is something that I myself am trying to work at, and get better at. But I think in the long run it would save you a lot of headaches and hassles and shit, and just overall a lot less deaths. Another thing that is good about not instantly reloading, and this goes back to my first video, the more in-depth one on the spawn locations, is they tend to spawn in 2s or 3s, so a lot of times when you run into one enemy, you're usually going to run into 2, 3, because, you know, they respawn in the same location, and most people run the same routes, you know, or they tend to chase their little green arrows, you know, their teammates on the screen, so they usually run in packs. So that's a good habit to not get into, is not reloading right after a gunfight. I mean, I can't stress that enough. I still do it, and you know, I go back into the videos and I watch most of my gameplays after I play them for the most part to find out where I went wrong and what I could improve on. And you know, that's a big thing for you guys. If you guys are struggling at the game, you should go back into your videos after you play them and take a little bit of time out of your day and, you know, see what went wrong, why you died, you know, what you could have done to improve. That's about all I got for this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Leave some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. Am I doing an okay job? Do these tips help you out at all? Anyways, like I said, that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Too Cold and I'm out. Peace.